on one of the last days that we're there, sitting on a bed or something, watching a movie, and I guess I looked in the direction of some guys, and he socks me in the face.
Okay. Hello, and welcome back to my channel. Today, I thought it would be real fun to do our makeup and talk about
life.
Yeah.
Oh, let me do a little spritz.
Yeah, girl. You know we need it because we're fucking dry as hell, you know? In the world and in our lives, as women especially, we do some things that are just not cute when it comes to men or relationships and whatnot.
Yeah.
You might say it's some clownery. Literally the most embarrassing story I have about, like, in terms of like a guy and just being a fucking stupid bitch. I worked at a place once and this guy, he was my coworker. You know what I'm talking about. And I thought he was cute, whatever. And he's not even cute. Like, looking back, I'm like, dude, what the fuck? I was just lonely. I should have just bought a vibrator and, like, got it over with.
Honestly, the cure to all problems.
Facts. Honestly, if there's anything you take from this video before you do anything, like,
masturbate.
There was, like, this rumor going around that he was gonna quit or something, but I was, like, praying it wasn't gonna happen because, like, I was trying to, like, you know, slide into the DMs. I'm a Scorpio Mars, you know, I work slowly and subtly. He was, like, a fucking Sagittarius, first off. It's, like, the most important thing. Fuck that. He had an Aquarius moon, dude.
That's sad.
And a Libra rising. Okay, anyways, we all know where this is going. I'm just gonna... Perfect, I picked out the right color. Did you see that? We kind of were, like, flirting and, like, talking, like, while we were working together. Dude, I can't do this.
I, like, can't see anything anyway, so...
When she's fucking blind.
Dude, yeah, I can't see anything on the monitor. I'm like...
Honestly, good. I don't want to see anything on the monitor, so I ended up getting his number, and we were, you know, texting and whatnot, and we made a plan to hang out and, like, go basically on a date or whatever. He was gonna take me bowling. Bowling. The day comes. Or the day approaches, I'm pretty sure. I think this is how it went down. The day approaches, and my dude is like, I'm so sick. I'm, like, bedridden. Like, it's fucked up. I'm like, damn, that sucks. Like, drink some tea, eat some soup, you know? And he's like, yeah, that's what I'm doing. And, like, you know, we were still texting and whatnot, but he was like, you know, texting me every few hours, you know, keep me waiting.
Oh, fucking Sag energy right there.
Big
That's
Sag
some shit
energy.
I would do. My Sag rising. That's some shit I've done.
Yeah, but girl, I was like, okay, yeah, but we still had our plans, you know? And the day approaches, and he's like, hey, so I actually can't, like, hang out. Like, I can't go anywhere. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. Like, maybe we can reschedule. He's like, yeah, for sure. Long story short, hold on, I gotta finish this triangle. Long story short, he ghosted me. You know, listen, at that point, we were literally just like, we were texting, we never talked about anything serious or whatever. But my ass decided, you know what, let me just do the thing that you shouldn't do with a Sag man ever, and let me just tell him, like, I'm really down, like, and I, like, was super serious, and I'm like, hey, honestly, like, I'm gonna be straightforward, like, I really, like, think you're cool, whatever, basically. And he ghosted me, and he didn't respond. And my ass, I must have been just, like, the loneliest bitch ever, because literally a month later, I texted him again because
She really wanted that dick.
You know, like, I thought maybe, like, it was shit.
You just had to try.
I was
One
like,
more time. It wasn't
yeah,
enough.
I couldn't give up. You know, my Scorpio Mars, like, I'm persistent like that. Anyways, he never responded. And it's cool because now I'm in a loving relationship.
There you go, it all worked out.
Alright, what's up? It's me editing. So, this next story is fucking insane. And if you're not ready to hear some real life shit, click out this video right now because Vanessa has been through it and that's all I'm gonna say.
Let's just, like, talk about my moment in history where I clearly was a fucking dumbass and ignored every red flag imaginable. Basically, I had a friend in high school, I think it was junior year. I was friends with her since like sophomore year. She wasn't somebody that I was really close to. We were close, but not really. She wasn't a good influence, but this guy, for the sake of this video, I'm just gonna call him Chris because I'm gonna keep referring to him as this guy.
Dude, honestly, you should call him like, wait.
Voldemort. Voldemort.
Young Voldemort.
Voldemort was talking to this girl, and he had some kind of infatuation with me ever since 8th grade. So when she was telling me, she was like, oh, Voldemort like keeps asking about you. He's really into you. Like when I was at his party, he was asking me to like get you to talk to him. And I was like, okay. She's like, yeah, he's liked you since 8th grade. It's so sweet. And I was like, my dumbass was like, oh yeah, that's so sweet. Whatever. Eventually she gives him my number. He starts texting me. And I was like, okay, this is cute. Like, I'll just start talking to him, whatever. I was lonely. Like, my 7th house Dom energy needs to be in a relationship, like, pretty often, or else I feel like I'm an invaluable person and just life is meaningless. So, I started talking to him. This Voldemort kid is also a burnout, basically, in high school. He had nothing good going for him. He wasn't really doing anything with his life. He just was a bit of a druggie. A part of me was kind of like into that, the bad boy type idiot. You know, we all go through our bad boy phases, right? I liked the idea of dating somebody who smoked weed. We were talking, texting for like a few weeks, and then he asked me to hang out. I'm like, okay, cool, sure, why not? Let's hang out. So we hang out for the first time, and it's at his house. Totally fine, whatever. When we first hang out, we're just in his room, on his bed, and he decides to make out with me. I'm sure we're making out, cute stuff, right? And then, out of nowhere, he asks me to be his girlfriend. This was our first time hanging out, keep in mind. Being the dumbass I am, said yes. So we're hanging out every day, whatever, and then it progresses into something quick. I'd say like a few weeks into the relationship, I lost my virginity to him. I was in his room, obviously, and he has sex with me. Since it was my first time, obviously, it was hard for me. It was more of an emotional thing. I was in pain. He was high out of his mind and did not care.
Can you change his name to Pennywise?
Okay, fine. So Voldemort is now Pennywise. The entire time, I was just hoping for it to end, waiting for it to end, and I low-key kind of cried during it. Did he care? No. Then he goes for fucking round 2. That happens. We're gonna move on past that point. That's not even that important in this story. The relationship is progressing, and we hit around our 1 month. By this time, he was already becoming very controlling with me, very controlling in the matter of me always needing to hang out with him and starting to accuse me of cheating because I wouldn't text him and I was just not giving him the attention he thought he deserved. He would always take my phone to go through it. So one day, jokingly, I took his phone and he got very defensive. Me realizing there was something wrong and me being stupid was like, oh, there's something here. And I found that he had one of those photo vault apps on his phone. He saw me get through that. We literally were, kid you not, we were chasing each other in the hallways at school. I ran into the the girls' bathroom and took his phone with me and he chased me into it.
You're fucking lying. Are you serious?
Dude, dead ass. He did chase me into it, but then he immediately came out because like I think other girls were there or one of the like hallway monitors was like, hey, get your ass out of there. I took his phone into the bathroom stall, locked the stall. This dumbass, I kid you not, I could not even make this up. He set his password to 0000 on the photo vault app. I literally just hit it as a fucking joke. I was like, I'm not even gonna know the password. I hit it, boom, open.
A fucking dumbass.
I open it and you know what I see? Not 1, not 2, but 3 different girls' nudes. So I brought it up to him and he said that they were old because one of the girls was his ex and then the other girl was his friend's sister and he said that he saved them because like it was a joke. Yeah. And
That's fucking gross.
you know what I did? You'd think, oh, she loved him. No. She stayed with him. And it continued to progress into him constantly accusing me of cheating, him constantly gaslighting me, and me constantly crying because my boyfriend doesn't love me. So he would call me in the middle of the night at like 3 in the morning because I fell asleep, or I'd fall asleep on FaceTime, and he would say he heard a man's voice. Who? My dog? Probably. Then we hit around our 1 year. So happy in that relationship. I was so happy. I wasn't depressed. I wasn't self-harming. I wasn't anxious. I wasn't isolated. I wasn't completely isolated from my friends and family. No. I was so happy. I was at the peak of my life. There was an app. I don't know if you know what the app is. Fahodo. You know the ex that I mentioned that he had nudes of? Well, she went out of her way to message me on, or comment on one of my Fahodo posts of me and Pennywise. And she was like, oh, funny because your man was at my house last night. And I was like, oh, okay. I mean, I was like very nice to her, and I was like, well, thank you for letting me know he's not my man anymore. I broke up with him. Nice, right? You know, you'd think that's the end of the story. It's not. I break up with him, and it was a disaster breaking up with him. He would show up at my house and just like, it was bad. And then we move forward into, when was that? That was 2016 that I broke up with him. Fast forward to a year later, July 2017. This kid somehow pops back into my life. Finds me on Snapchat or Instagram. He adds me on Snapchat, and you know what I do? I accept it. I had reasons. I was just in a dark point, but whatever. He messaged me, or adds me and messages me, and I let him back into my life. So now we're dating again, and things have reached an all-time high of toxicity. He was starting fights with people. He was also into more drugs at this point. He was starting drama with all these people, dragging me into them, creating this whole situation with somebody, and the girlfriend decided to start to fight with me for some reason, because I guess my boyfriend and her boyfriend having beef meant we had to have beef. So that happens. I make a fool of myself because at that point I'm so deep into the fucking toxic mess. I become toxic and I am just radiating anger to everyone. I lost all my friends. The sunken place was where I was at, basically. I'm completely fucked up in this relationship. So towards the end of 2017 to the beginning of 2017, the toxicity has reached its maximum capacity and he has started to become more violent. He would literally throw tantrums. He keyed my car. He slapped me. He choked me. He'd push me. And keep in mind, Pennywise is pretty small, but I was just so like dead inside that I let these things happen. But also, like, I would fight back at times too. I wasn't any better. Like, every time I wasn't with him, he would accuse me of cheating, like I said, but he would also threaten to kill himself. Same thing with every time I would try to break up with him. So this was the end of January, beginning of February in 2018. He came with me to Colorado when I was visiting my friend. I did not want that, but again, if he wasn't there, I'd be cheating. So he showed up on one of the last days that we're there, sitting on a bed or something, watching a movie, and I guess I looked in the direction of some guys, and he socks me in the face. And honestly, that was probably my waking moment. So I had a whole plan. I was gonna break up with him when we got back. I wasn't gonna see him. So we fly back. I stopped seeing him, like I wouldn't hang out with him. He was accusing me of shit, as always. He was gonna go visit his family in a different state. So my plan was in action. And I broke up with him via text because I knew if I broke up with him when he was here, he would show up at my house. So when I broke up with him on text, he of course freaked out, said he was gonna kill himself. I told his parents. They decided they weren't gonna let him come back. Good, because we don't want that here. And he posts a video of me on Instagram. Something that you wouldn't want shared. A video of me doing things to him. That's all you need to know. Something that I'm not proud of. And I also didn't even want that video to be taken. I also didn't want to be doing those things. But He forced me, and I was very easily manipulated. So I did it, and he posted it. He's spam texting me, he's gonna kill me. Cool. Fast forward to a year later. I think he's completely out of my life. I blocked him. He's in a different state. He's blocked on all accounts. And somehow, lo and behold, he finds me on Instagram because I had a candle account to make candles. He messages me how much he misses me and how much he loves me. I wasn't stupid here though. I wasn't responding. And then this kid decides to tell me how he's gonna kill me and fuck my entire life up. I am obviously scared and I end up getting a restraining order. It took a fucking fat minute to get that restraining order, but I got it. And now here we are, thriving, constantly living with regret that we ever put ourselves in that position. But it's okay. We learned.
If a man does you dirty, don't be ashamed of it. You know, just have a good laugh about it.
I mean, like, I regret it, but I also am glad that I went through it because
She's just like, I regret this and I wish it never happened. But
I do, but like at the same time, I'm glad I went through it. Like, it's taught me a lot, and I don't think I would be who I am today if I didn't go through it.
see, lessons learned.
There's always going to be a lesson learned. You know, when you're going through some really shitty times, just remember that it's teaching you something.
Just try to learn it through
Our
us.
mistakes. But at the end of the day, sometimes you just need to learn for yourself because a lot of people told me to get out of it, and I didn't. I stayed in it, and it took a real fucking beating to my soul, but I learned.
Hey, thanks for watching.
I don't know what the fuck I'm saying.
Okay. Wait,
I mean,
no, Tana Mojo literally posted a video
yeah,
like
I've
that
heard-
though.
I know, it's funny as hell.
Fuck. Or you came up with it before.
Yeah, it was way before. I brought up the idea.
She's the OG.